bong. Ming mong. Ming 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 ming. Problems? Yeah, I got problems. Not big problems, but I've got problems. I'm sure you've got problems to do. Two. 1 2 1 2. And that's what this episode's gonna be all about. Because I have nothing to talk about today, this week. I tried going through the news, and there's nothing really noteworthy to talk about, and anything that was noteworthy was highly fucking, what do you call it? I've got the word confidential in my head, but that's not it. Controversial. It's very controversial, and I could get into trouble for expressing my views on it, so I'm not going to. And yeah, all the other stuff in the news is sort of like I could maybe mention it, and then that'll be a fun wee thing to talk about for 5 minutes, and then it's gone, and I'd have nothing else to talk about. So this episode is going to be like that was a weird noise. This episode is going to be like a wee therapy session for myself, and it'll also just be me catching all yous up on things that I've been doing recently. That was a very high pitched noise I made, and for that I apologize. Fucking hell, I'm just after my dinner as well, so I'm a bit gassy. Well, not gassy, but you know how you get sometimes after dinner whenever like you've had loads, and then it's just, I don't know, you can feel it. It's not heartburn, it doesn't burn like, but yeah, it's a wee bit uncomfortable. Yeah, so this is episode, what, 57 we on now? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh no. Oh no, it's okay. Thought I'd stop my timer there. God fucking suck my bum, Julie. If this is episode 57. It fucking is too. Episode 57. We all got problems. I got problems. One of them being that work has sort of been shite. Actually, I've just had a bit of a shite week. Nothing major happened. Just it's been one of those weeks. I was sick at the start of the week, not coronavirus. Just felt very like fatigued, and like whenever you can feel you've got a cold in your head, a head cold, I think is what that's called. Yeah, I had that. My joints and muscles were all sore. So I don't call into work. I put into my wee group chat thing. We have a group chat with all the workers in it because we're all technically independent workers. So we don't. There's nowhere really to call into. But we have a group chat, and we've got a supervisor in the group chat. We basically just say if we need any days off in there. So I said it was actually the day I was working. It was sort of, I regretted working like 5 minutes into my shift, but I powered through it, and then after it, I just said like I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna take tomorrow off. Farted. Don't know if you heard it or not. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. I took the next day off. And wouldn't you fucking know it, I felt 100% the next day. Felt absolutely grand. There's absolutely no need for me to take a day off work and lose out on money. But then here's the shitter of it, the proper shitter of it. That wasn't even the bad bit. I accidentally took 2 days off because I forgot to say the day I took off because I was sick. I forgot to say, hey guys, I can come back to work tomorrow. Because I'm feeling grand again. So what happens? I wake up the next morning to find out I'm not working because I forgot to tell them that I could work. And that happened, and that was really shit because I lost out on 2 days' work, or 2 days' pay, even. And yeah, I had a load of other problems, and I can't remember what they were. Oh, yes. Then the day after that, whenever I did go back to work, I started feeling shit again. Like I woke up that morning and felt really fatigued. And then it turned out I had a fucking trapped nerve in my, or a pinched nerve, I've heard them called as well. And actually, that's the thing, I couldn't even fucking figure out where it was. Because it felt like if you haven't had a pinched or trapped nerve before, it sort of feels like, say you got like a trapped nerve in your neck, your like upper back and neck area will feel like it's got constant pins and needles. And that's what it felt all over my back, mainly in my upper back, but sort of in my lower back as well. And then I also had it like across my chest. It was like wrapping around. And I looked it up and everything, and it's common to have fucking trapped nerve in your back. And whenever you got a trapped nerve in your back, it's sort of like it fucks up your lower back and then your upper back. But it should only be your back. And then if you're feeling it in your chest or something, you've got a trapped nerve in your chest. But I had both, so it was weird. And then I thought it was my neck, and then there's like exercises that you can do where you sort of like put your neck back into itself and then put your chin down. And that helped my back, but it didn't help my chest. And then today, we're fast forwarding up to today because this was yesterday. I was sort of feeling this. Today I felt grand. And today I just had a feeling of overwhelming sadness. Just because of coronavirus. Yeah. It's sort of, yeah, it's actually not even sort of not good. It's just not good. Um, Today it sort of hit me how long it's going to be until this lockdown is over. Like, we're only in February now, and the lockdown is supposed to last until like March, 5th of March or something. And that's a whole like fucking month away, and we've already been in lockdown for like a month. And that's the thing I think that's getting most people about this coronavirus. Um, Even if they don't really realize it, it's sort of like there's just one more thing every time. The first lockdown, like the very first one way back at the start, is like, right, we got this new virus. All you have to do is fucking cover your face, wash your hands. You should be grand. Then it was, oh wait, no, it's actually worse than we thought. We're gonna go into a full lockdown. But you know what? We'll do this lockdown and then we'll be grand. We'll open everything up again. So we went into lockdown, grand. Uh, and then they said it should only last like a few weeks. And then it ended up, we were in lockdown. It's like, right, it's only a few weeks and then we're done. We can go out again. Then it ended up getting extended. And then once we got out of that lockdown, it was like, fucking right. In the UK, we had Eat Out to Help Out, and that was an absolute shit show. And then because of all that, and everyone was out again, fucking cases rose again. So you know what? You're getting fucking slapped up with another lockdown. And then, fuck, where's that put us in the timeline? So yeah, that was around Halloween, wasn't it? How many? I can't even fucking remember how many lockdowns we've been in now. Um, the first lockdown was what, from March. Oh Jesus, I can't even remember now. Oh yeah, it was. I think it was two lockdowns in 2019. Um, oh no, well, one was a lockdown, and then yes, that was a. We had a big old lockdown, and then we had a circuit breaker. It was a 2 week circuit breaker around Halloween, which then got extended to a month. And then they're like, fucking right, we're coming to the end of this. And then it turns out, well, this is in Northern Ireland anyway. Then it turns out, oh, wait, no, you can come out for a week, but then we're going back into lockdown again. But it wasn't a full lockdown somehow. And then it was like, right, Christmas is coming up. At least, they're going to give us like a week for Christmas. It's going to be class. And then they're like, well, actually, it's not going to be a week anymore. It's going to be 3 days. And I was like, you know what, 3 days. It's a bit shit that we're not getting a week, but we can cope with 3 days. And then it turned into, actually no, you're getting one day, Christmas Day, and then fucking 12 o'clock on Boxing Day morning. Fucking, that's it. Back in lockdown again. If you're fucking out with your family or whatever, you're getting fucking put in jail. And then, of course, from then until, well, up until now, we're fucking in lockdown. And then even with the vaccine, we're like, fucking right, we've finally got a vaccine. Right, we're gonna give it to the care home people first. And then it was like, oh wait, no, we're not actually gonna give it to the care home people first, because we didn't fucking take a second to think they haven't got somewhere to store the fucking vaccine. I'm just waiting for that camera to go off. And then they're like, right, fucking, now we got 3 fucking vaccines. We're fucking flying. Everyone's gonna get vaccinated. Nope, there's a new fucking strain. Okay, cool. But does this vaccine protect against a new strain? Oh well, we don't actually know. We don't actually know. Give us fucking 2 light years to figure it out, and then we figure out. Yes, it does. Hooray! Then guess what happens? Another 2 fucking strains, like a fucking Brazilian strain and a, what was it, South African strain or something. And then, yeah, that brings us up to now, where I saw fucking an article on, I think it was Liverpool Echo earlier, and it was like, here's 5 reasons to be cautiously hopeful for 2021. I was like, no, let's not. And they're talking about fucking people going on holiday again in May. That's not gonna happen. Even if you get this fucking vaccine, it'll probably turn out that the vaccine doesn't even fucking work. And yeah, that's sort of been what I've been worrying. Well, not worrying about. What I've been a bit down about today, because it's just one thing after another. You think you're fucking out of it, or coming through like the last stages of it. You get one bit of good news, and then you get 2 bits of bad news. So it's literally 1 step forward, 2 steps back, all the fucking time. I've probably left shit out as well. That pertains to that example, but that's just the way it goes. I'm gonna fart again. You probably can't even hear them. Another thing that's pissing me off, another problem that I have, is Liverpool football team have been playing shit recently, and that hurts me in my heart. Fucking Man United and Man City are doing pretty fucking well, which is obviously annoying. Well, Man United more than Man City because we know Man City are class. And I've already conceded that they're going to win the league this season. Maybe like a couple of weeks ago, if you asked me, I would have said, no, like it's going to be difficult, but I think we've got a chance. But no, we don't have a chance. We don't have a chance. Yeah. And then there's a whole shit with those cunts last night claiming to be the UVF. And you know what the worst bit about it is? I can't even talk to my friends about it. Well, I can, but it can only be one person at a fucking time because you can only exercise with one person. Which I've been, woo, which I've been doing. I've been meeting up with one person at a time, fucking going for walks and that around my wee area. Sam, friend of the show, been on multiple episodes. He lives just up the road from me, so we've went on a few walks. But even at that, even though I'm in lockdown, I'm still fucking busy, like, and it's the same with these guys. And yeah, it's just hard, and I fucking hope we all get through it soon. If the British government were in any way fucking capable, we would, or not capable, competent, we could have been out of this by now. But hey, what can you do? We're all just trucking along. Let me check my notes, see if I've got anything in here. I apologise, this is going to be a bit of a shared episode. Just because it wasn't really. Not that I'm not feeling it. Well, sort of that I'm not feeling it today, but gotta put an episode out for the boys. So here we go. Actually, I'll talk about this, and then I will just start reading some fucking r/ am I the assholes, because that's how we did. Also, I've upgraded my lighting system. I've got the fucking industry standard. Well, not industry standard, but industry fucking. That's how you do it. Lighting system, the 3-point lighting system. I got my main light here. I got my fill light there, and I've got my backing light there. And it's all really fucking bright in my face, so I can't see, but at least it looks nice now. I haven't got shadows on this side of my face. I do have shadows behind me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is there. And I forgot for a second that I'm speaking into a microphone. Actually, I'll talk about a couple of my notes here. First one being, the job that I do, I don't know actually if I've said what my job is, but basically I'm a delivery courier. Oh yeah, I was supposed to fucking edit it out of last week's podcast and I didn't. I'm a delivery driver courier thing for a company, and basically I deliver packages around my area and around another area, sort of like close by. And it's sort of like the lowest level of fame anybody can fucking have. Because like if I'm doing something bad, something I shouldn't be doing, it's sort of like I have to keep my hood up. Because people around my area know me as the guy who delivers packages. Well, it's not that I have to keep my hood up, it's just I don't want people fucking looking at me while I'm working and being like, oh, that's that cunt that got drunk and fucking pissed on a snowman. That didn't happen, by the way. Oh yeah, I remember writing that note actually. It was whenever, I think it was actually Christmas night. You know, the one fucking day we could meet up with people. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't have been meeting up with Sam. I walked down the road to his house because we have our annual fucking. Uh, well, it's usually Christmas drinks at his house and then a Christmas walk. Sort of become a tradition we do, but this year it was just drinks and it fucking finished early as well. And Yeah, I was sort of walking home, and I saw a house I delivered to that day started looking at me funny, and I was like, ah, shit. And then they pointed at me, and then I was like, ah. And then they gave me the old fucking, alright, you. And I was like, okay. Fucking hood went right up, fucking walking home like this. Head down, hoping nobody else would notice me. But yeah, it's the lowest level of fame anybody could fucking have. I'd rather be fucking recognized for this shit than being the fucking local delivery guy, but there you go. Can't win 'em all. The second note that I have here is something that happened this week that's, again, highly controversial, but it won't get me in as much trouble as the other controversial thing in the news. Um, I mean, the other controversial thing I think people can fucking figure out today is the 5th of February. It was Northern Irish News. Big news today. And, oh shit, I fucking got off my notes. Big news today involving the bookies. There we go. PCAST notes. Yeah, I do have a lot of notes here, but I'm saving some of them for whenever Josh is back in the podcast. I don't know when that will be yet. He's sort of gonna be. I probably talked about this in previous episodes, but he's sort of gonna be ducking in and out for a while. Whilst I mean, just whilst we can't meet up, it's difficult for us because his internet's a bit shit. And sorry, Josh, love you if you're watching this, but it's difficult to do fucking Zoom things. Plus, he's a busy boy with yeah, with things he's got going on, and I'm a busy boy as well. So at the minute, it is just easier. I mean, I was the one that wanted to fucking restart this again, so this is me restarting it. And once everything calms down a wee bit, we'll get Josh. Almost said my own fucking name. We'll get Josh back in the PCast, and that'll be fun. Alright, the note I have here is Emma Hayes turning. Okay, the note I have, it doesn't make sense. It says Emma Hayes turning labelling links to AFC Wimbledon as an insult. I meant to say, I think it was, actually, I don't know why I wrote turning. Emma Hayes. Oh, it could have been. I was writing Emma Hayes turning down AFC Wimbledon, but then I changed it last minute to labelling links to AFC Wimbledon as an insult. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Emma Hayes is I don't know if she's a manager or a coach of Chelsea Football Club's women's team, and AFC Wimbledon is a men's team. I don't actually know if they have a women's team. Is a men's football team that are in League One. If you don't know the league systems, it's sort of like Premier League is the top tier, Championship is the second tier, third tier is League One, and then there's League Two, and then there's non-leagues under that. So basically, the top four are professionally paid footballers, and then below that is like semi-pro and amateur. And fucking hell, gassy boy. Yeah, I mean Emma Hayes is apparently having problems, and so is AFC Wimbledon. So it fits into the theme of this week's podcast, problems. So yeah, basically, I mean it's no secret that the men's side of football is a lot more. See, I don't want to say it's a lot more entertaining, but it draws bigger crowds. Oh god. And Jesus. And it brings in a lot more money. Thus, well, the top tiers of men's football will be drawing in a lot more money than women's football, and thus men's footballers get paid a lot more. I wouldn't say that's the same for international football, because there was the whole fucking Megan Rapinoe and the USA team debate. In that case, it is, I think, the women's team is pulling in more money than the men's team, or like an equal amount of money as the men's team. And in that case, yes, on an international level, they should be getting paid the same because they bring in the same amount of money. However, the reality is for a lot of women's teams in at club level is they're simply just not bringing in as much money, not drawing as many sponsors or as or as many crowds, as much crowds. Obviously, nobody's drawing in crowds at the minute because of fucking Rona, but with TV audiences as well, men's football is drawing in a lot more money. Now they the situation here is, if you are unfamiliar, there are no women coaches in men's football, at least at a professional level. And Emma Hayes was basically offered a manager's job at AFC Wimbledon, which, as I said before, is a men's football team. She then. Right, let me preface this by saying I understand why she. I understand why she turned down the job. Even though she hasn't been strictly offered the job yet, but we'll say nothing. It was the way she sort of went about it that wasn't too great, in my opinion. And again, as see, I'm getting into fucking dangerous territory here because I don't know, if I say the wrong thing, I'm gonna get fucking cancelled. Even though I'm not big enough to be cancelled. Right, basically, I have my own opinions about what could happen if she takes that job. And I'm gonna lay out these factors, reasons now. So Emma Hayes would be the first ever woman to manage a men's football team. And you may be thinking, holy fuck, that's class. Good on her. She's turned down the job, even though she hasn't been offered a job yet. It's just links. But she basically just said she wouldn't do it. And as great as it would be to have Emma Hayes be the first ever fucking female manager of a men's football team, or a male football team, she would be a pioneer, and she would fucking sort of pave the way for men's football and women's football to sort of merge and fucking interline, I think is the word, and fucking mesh and sort of be fluid. Which would obviously be great for both men's and women's football, because even though women's football isn't at the level, like physically, as men's football would be, you still got some fucking wicked smart coaches and managers in women's football that could potentially be an asset to men's football. What else was I gonna fucking say on that? I mean, again, I don't want to say this, but women's football isn't really to the same standard as men's football. I don't like saying that, but because you get shite players in men's football, but I mean, fucking, what was it, like an under 15s team beat a, uh, I think it was like the best women's team, like under 15 boys football team, beats a, a fully professional women's football team. I think it was Leon. They got beat by them, and it's sort of like, right, okay, the standard there maybe is not the same. However, if you need to sort of look at it this way, or this is the way I look at it, how long did it take for men's football to be where it is today? I mean, if you put uh, fucking the Man City of today against a team that were created like at the start of the fucking of the football league, Man City would fucking annihilate them. I'm sure, to be honest, at the minute, I'm sure it's the same as fucking women's football. If you got like, who's the best fucking, right, fucking Leon, Leon women's team. If you put them up against like one of the first fucking female football teams, the fucking Leon team would fucking batter them. And it's sort of the same here. Like men's football, like has grown over fucking, I can't even tell you how many years, like hundreds of years. And women's football only really started picking up. I think it was somewhere between 2010 and 2014. And if you think about it, that was only like fucking 6, 7 years ago. Or well, like it could be anywhere between like 11 and fucking 7 years ago. And it's like you need to. I mean, this sort of ties in the fucking equal pay stuff as well. It's like you need to sort of, I don't know, not bide your time, but sort of fucking go through the graft. Fucking don't be standing shouting about equal pay. Show them why you fucking deserve equal pay. Fucking let the game grow, let the standards improve, let it become more entertaining. Because women's football is still relatively new compared to men's football. And, men's football has been around that long that everybody, like fucking granddads and great granddads, all went to the men's football. And it's passed down through the family. That's only really starting to happen with women's football now, with like our mums and dads and that. By our, I mean like anyone over the age or under the age of like fucking 25. Our mums and dads and that were the ones that sort of got into. Um, Actually, I wouldn't even say that. It was more, women's football was more of a family thing. You would bring the family to go see the women's team because tickets are cheap, because there's not many people going to it, so you just go fuck it. Fucking England women's team are playing against fucking Belarus women's team. Tickets are cheap. Let's fucking go. Whereas men's football teams, it's sort of like you only get a ticket if you really want to go. Like if you support the team. And God, I've gone way fucking off topic here. Right, fucking fuck all that. Fuck it. And basically, Emma Hayes was saying, and it's true, that, I mean, what she said was true, but she could have said it in a better way. She basically said that AFC Wimbledon couldn't afford her wages, and she started going on about how um, women's football isn't a step down from men's football, which in some ways it is. But I mean, it's probably fucking true. She would probably have to take a pay cut to go to AFC Wimbledon. Because she is at Chelsea, and Chelsea, like Chelsea as a franchise, is owned by. Why is his name gone out of my head? A fucking rich billionaire cunt. So even though the women's football team is losing money, he has fucking. He has like £1 billion in his back pocket, so he can just go fuck it, keep going. So she's getting paid quite well. Why is it got a pain in my side? Oh, that's probably a sign for me to probably stop talking about this. But yeah, she would have to take a pay cut to go to AFC Wimbledon. But the way I sort of look at it is I mean, yeah, fair play. Why would you take a pay cut to go to? Why would you take a pay cut, move teams whenever she's comfortable in this Chelsea team as well? And I think they're going. I think they're quite far into the Champions League as well, and they could potentially win the Champions League. So you probably wouldn't want to fucking duck out whenever you're going through such a good spell as a team. So you never know. It could be one of those things that it could potentially happen in the future. But sort of the way I look at it is you could take a pay cut now to go to Wimbledon, be the first fucking woman to move across from women's football to men's football and go to AFC Wimbledon. It could go horribly wrong, or it could go really well. And if it goes really well, your team, right, if it goes really well, one of two things will happen. Your team will move up the leagues, or a job will open up in a higher league like the Championship, or maybe low level Premier League. And then you go there, you start earning more money, you start getting more clout. And then, I mean, best case scenario, you're managing like the fucking Chelsea men's team. And by that stage as well, because you fucking blurred the lines between men's and women's football, there could be other female coaches in men's football earning more money. Fuck. See, that thing's happening again whenever I talk and I run out of breath. But oh shit, I've been talking for quite a while. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's sort of just my thoughts on it. And I didn't mean to talk this much about it, but there we go. Time for r/am I the assholes. I'll actually go on the Reddit feed first and see if there's any good ones, not good one. No, these all. Oh, yeah, fuck it, we'll read this one. It's quite long. Oh, it's very long, but you know what? We got time. So this one's called. Oh god. Okay, this may be fake, but sure. It's called "Am I the asshole for refusing to participate in my boyfriend's family's bizarre orange tradition?" And this is why I think it may be fake. The user/orange tradition. So that's where it sort of makes me think she created this account just to post this. But you know what? Here we go. It's got fucking 8 awards. And I'll tell you what the awards are now. The narwhal statue, gold, wholesome, silver, and hugs. Here we go. Am I the asshole for refusing to participate in my boyfriend's family's orange tradition? My boyfriend and I have been together for a while now, but I hadn't met his family until a week ago when they invited us to stay at their house. I was very excited to meet his parents for the first time, and they were super sweet when I got there. Both of them are lovely people, and we all get along well. They gave us free rein to do whatever, but the one thing they insisted on was that we join them for their tradition of eating oranges as a family on Saturday mornings. Give us free rein to do whatever means sex. They grow their own oranges and have been doing this since my boyfriend was a kid, so he's especially thrilled to share the tradition with me as a rite of passage. So the morning came, and his mum brought in some fresh oranges from the garden. We sat at the table, and I was getting ready to peel my orange when I saw my boyfriend's mum bite, fucking capital letters, bite, into your orange like it was an apple, with the peel still on. I was so stunned when I saw my boyfriend and his dad do the same thing with their oranges as if it were totally normal. I guess they noticed my shock because they asked me why I wasn't eating. So I started to peel my orange, but then his mom told me to stop. That I was eating it all wrong. And I had to bite into the skin to get the full experience. I politely told her that I like to peel my oranges, and I'm sure that they taste just as great either way, but she kept insisting that I had to bite into my orange for tradition. After saying no, I'd rather peel it multiple times, and the family, brackets, including the BF, close brackets, pushing back, I put the orange on the table and said, though I appreciate the gesture, I personally feel uncomfortable with eating oranges that way, and I'd rather not participate. Things were tense after that, and we left the next day. When we got home, stop with that noise. You don't think I heard that fucking fucking staticky noise? My boyfriend chewed me out for being rude and embarrassing him and his family. He said I should have just eaten the orange the right way, since his parents were gracious to let me stay with them. I can see his point, and I apologize for causing any hurt. Brackets, I really do like his family, and they're great people, but stand by my decision to opt out of the orange tradition. Close brackets. He feels I could have compromised, and I feel that I should be able to eat things how I want. It's a silly squabble in the grand scheme of things, but my boyfriend and I are at odds about who's in the wrong and would love an outside opinion. Okay, here's an edit. She's written, for some reason I thought the camera was over there. She's written, edit. Some people have been asking what kind of oranges / were they actually oranges. Why would she say they're oranges whenever they're not oranges? All I can say is that I were told they were oranges, and they look like typical oranges with thick skin. Here's a photo that she attached a photo. I'll be the judge of this shit. Yep, they're oranges, alright. And then she said, edit 2. Oh god, there's some frequently asked questions, so she has answered them. Okay, first answer. No, they don't just bite into it once to make it easier to peel. They don't peel the oranges at all. They eat the whole thing. Fruit, skin, and pith. Pith? What the fuck is pith? Is that just how Mike Tyson says piss? Mike Tyson eats fruit, skin, and pith. Like, one would eat an apple. Yes, it is messy. Yes, the skin is thick. Number two, the tradition involves eating the entire orange like that, not just a bite. I do recognise that I could have surrendered a bite to keep the peace. However, this is my first. Oh, this is all part of the one thing. However, this is the first time I've seen my boyfriend eat an orange. He never ate them with me, as he would say that nothing compares to his parents' oranges. Oh, baby girl. That should have been red flag number one. Nobody makes oranges like my mama and papa. He has seen me. Oh, I got very close to the mic there. He has seen me or friends and people on TV shows slash movies eat peeled oranges. I assume the same goes for his parents. My boyfriend has never commented before on the common peeling technique. Yeah, that was one of my questions actually. Is that just how they eat fucking oranges? His parents do this every Saturday, and I'm not sure how they eat the oranges on other days, but I imagine it's the same. The whole family is expected to participate every Saturday when at the parents' house, but I don't have to do it in my own home. The reason I don't try or didn't try one bar is mostly because I was caught so off guard since all my boyfriend told me is that we're going to eat oranges. He didn't let me know about the method in advance, so I panicked. Or that and the insistence that I eat the entire fruit the way they wanted me to turned me off of trying it. I might be open to trying it in the future. I get it. Or I get it. And then she's finished it off with, I think that covers it. Thanks for the comments. I'll definitely share with my boyfriend. And during that, my cousin Natalie fucking followed the Documented Bits Instagram page. So shout out to Natalie one time. What fucking took you so long? We've been here for fucking 57 episodes. Okay, we're gonna go on to the top comment. Who said it's from All Chemist. That's the name of the user. Asshole enthusiast. Why? Fucking asshole enthusiast. Jesus Christ. Right. Okay. Let's read. All chemists. Comment. I like how they're all just calmly answering this, like it isn't some crazy cartoon bullshit. Nobody eats orange peel and all. I mean, fuck, they peel into individual sections that are damn near bite sized. I literally cannot imagine why you would do this in the first place. You've considered the possibility that they are just fucking with you. I don't know if I'd be mad or impressed by the commitment, but for real, not the asshole. No one gets to tell you how to eat things. That's Looney Tunes. Your response was really respectful. Stand up for yourself. And then there's a whole back and forth between her, or I'm guessing it's her. I don't know why. It's just got a feminine fucking feel to it. That comment. And then yeah, Alchemist and Orange Tradition just had a big fucking convo after that. Here's the thing, fucking Orange Enthusiast. It wasn't even Orange Enthusiast. It was Orange Tradition. I still sort of think this whole thing is bollocks. Simply based off your username. Unless can you fucking change your username so that you're anonymous? I don't know. But the whole fucking Orange Tradition username is sort of it doesn't sit right with me. That being said, I mean the story's just fucking wacky. Yeah, every family has their quirks, but eating eating an orange, fucking skin and all, like an apple, that's not a quirk. Fucking that's not right. That's criminal. They should be locked up forever. Uh, Fuck me. Eating an orange like a fucking apple and then acting like you're the fucking crazy one. And actually, that's the fucking thing as well. In that, uh, her boyfriend was like, "Well, why didn't you just fucking do it?" He didn't stick up for the whole tradition, being like, "What do you mean? It's fucking crazy. We're just eating oranges. That's what we do." He was sort of like, "Could you not have just fucking done it?" So he knows if this is real, of course. He knows that this is fucking mental, and he does it anyway. They have to know. I mean, the fact. I mean, actually, another thing that points me in the direction that it's not real is that there's absolutely no explanation as to why they do that. Surely they should know, or I'm assuming it's a she, orange tradition, because it didn't say. Normally, people would say if like their fucking age and gender and that, but they didn't. So I'm just being a fucking dickhead and assuming gender. But yeah, orange tradition never offers a fucking explanation. She slash he should know by now why they do it. Like, if this is such a point of contention for her and her boyfriend, surely he's fucking told her why they do it now, or by now. Let me just fucking go through it slightly again. Um, yeah, so she knows that they do it every Saturday. She knows it's a family tradition. She knows that he and his family have seen um other people eat an orange normally. Well, she does say he said I should have just eaten the orange the right way. But that could have just been like, this is the way we do it. This in this fucking setting. This is right. Unless this is one of these situations where um I can't remember. Oh, it was on another podcast, Dynamic Banter. They were like, what if you? Well, Steve from Dynamic Banter was like, what if you just had a kid and like you just completely fucked with the kid, like yeah, like an extra fucking month on the year, call it Rocktober. It's in between January and April, and then things like fucking there's an extra number, or the number five doesn't exist, or like um or I'm saying or it's and like you have TV, but you only have like three fucking channels, but you still send the kid to school. And then whenever the teacher is like, "What the fuck do you mean? What's Rocktober? You're not leaving school for October." And the kid comes home and he's like, "Why, Papa? Why is my teacher saying that there's no Rocktober?" And then you're just like, "It's all lies, son. It's all lies, my beautiful boy. They're they want to control your mind. They want to we're the fucking sane ones and completely just fuck up this kid." I feel like this is what's happened to this guy's parents, and they've sort of got him into it as well. I don't know how it works, but somehow these maybe his mum and dad were like experiments, like fucking test tube babies, and it's sort of like they're robots and they're fucking programmed to fucking be together. What they were told their whole life, like growing up and everything, every Saturday we get an orange and we fucking eat it like an apple, and you're gonna fucking do that every single week without fail, and you're gonna shame people. You're gonna shame people that do it. You need oranges, no fucking hell. You need oranges normally throughout the week. You can, peel that boy fucking. That was me fucking squirting the juice out of the orange because you always did that as a kid. And then, well, it's more like into your Oh god. I was gonna say into your mouth, but that sounds really bad. You squeeze the orange and pop it, and the juice goes in your mouth, and then you eat the orange. You can do that throughout the week, that's grand. But on Saturdays, every single fucking Saturday, you're gonna eat that orange like a fucking apple. And then they were just taught that by these scientists, and then it's just ingrained in their head. And it's because these scientists are like, their job's pretty boring or like pretty serious even. They have to coach these people just right, so their experiment goes through. And then there's a few scientists who are like, what if we just fucking convince these cunts that everybody does this every Saturday? You get an orange, you fucking just munch into that boy. Don't take the skin off, just eat the skin, or eat the skin, the fruit, and the pith. Just fucking munch that boy down like a fucking apple. But you also eat the core of the apple every fucking week. Every fucking week. We're gonna fucking do it. We're gonna fucking tell these cunts every single fucking week. They're gonna have to eat the fucking orange like a fucking apple. And you know what? That's how I see that going. God damn, we're at the end of the episode. Have you had fun? I have not. And that's on you. I said I'd read a couple r/am I the assholes. If I find another decent one, I'll read that out. I'm actually going to save that. And hopefully Josh doesn't listen to this. I'm going to read that to Josh as well, because I want to get his thoughts. Trying to hear an r/Shire thoughts. Team Rocket is the most loyal company ever. No matter how many times the employees fail, they keep their jobs. Yeah. Team Rocket is Pokemon, by the way, if you don't know. Super Bowl pretty soon. I think this weekend, maybe. Go the fucking Chiefs. To be honest, I don't know why I said that. I don't know who the other team are. No, that was shite. God damn, right, there's not many here. I'll go into my saved ones and see what the crack is. If I can find a short one. That's short enough, actually. Yeah, that's the one we read last time. Yeah, okay. I'll read this one here. It's very short. It's from user Mim4M83. The post has got 3 awards. 1 wholesome award, 3 silver. Oh, it's actually got 7 awards. 1 wholesome award, 3 silver, 3 hugs. Give another award. I haven't got any awards. I don't think I have enough karma either to fucking give an award. Right. This one's called Am I the Asshole for Standing Up to My Boyfriend About My Cat? We're gay. There we go. Right off the bat, we're gay. I know they're gay. I know they're boys because he said boyfriend. So I have all the information right here. That's how you fucking do it. User Mim4M83. That's how you fucking do it. I'm proud of you. We're gay. My boyfriend and I moved in together beginning of December 2020. Yesterday we got into a massive argument about my cat. She has been staying up all night, yowling, meowing, and generally being a jerk. And I know the fucking gender of the cat. Fucking yes. This also annoys me as well as him. However, I know why it's happening. It's happening because she is scared of him. We also moved We also just moved, and the cats don't take that well. That's very true. Cats don't acclimatise very well. The only interactions with him are him yelling at her like one would at a wild dog and using the squirt bottle. Mm, why do you even have a squirt bottle? Uh, I told him that he needs to extend an olive branch, be nice and a little bit friendly so that she will come out well. Come out well, I think that's supposed to be while he is awake or around instead of sleeping all day and hiding and just to turn around and be awake and bored all night. That's not how cats work. He refused, saying he has never liked any animals because his dad didn't. That's not an excuse to like animal or not like animals. He refuses to try to adapt. She will bend to his will, and so will I, because he thinks he is the boss. That comment did not sit well. I told him that since he is not willing to do the things that I have asked, that he is no longer allowed to discipline the cat. If he tries, I will stop him. If he doesn't like that, he can leave. I refuse to coddle him anymore. He doesn't like that I'm standing up for myself and the cat. Am I the asshole who is the unreasonable one here? And then she put in an edit. Um, we had been together 1.5 years before we moved in together. They got along fine at that time. He didn't. He did inform me that he didn't like animals prior to this, and said he would make a real effort to change that. Bend to his will is a paraphrase. I told him that it came to the animal pack mentality. I am the alpha. He laughed, mocked me, and then said this was his apartment, so he was the boss. We are both on the lease and moved in at the same time. Neither of us can claim it as our own and kick the other out. I proceeded to get aggressive verbally after this. Oh no. Generally, I am the aggressive one in the relationship. He shuts down or becomes passive aggressive. I did inform him of how cats function prior to moving in and what to expect. He listens but doesn't care. He believes that he is second to the cat, which is partly why he is mad. Okay. Top comment is from DG Brosetti. And it just says, your cat is telling you something important and you should listen. Also, cat tax. What? Who mentioned cat tax? I didn't see cat tax anywhere in it. Uh, what? I don't know. They must have edited it or something. You know what? They've labeled this person not the asshole here, but to be honest, it sort of goes both ways. Your cat's being a cunt, and yeah, your boyfriend should be more fucking um I don't know what the word is. More considerate, sort of why it's being a cunt, and yeah, you shouldn't be fucking disciplining the cat because you can't discipline a cat. You can try tricks to make them change their ways, but you can't discipline a cat. Um, but at the same time, you should. This guy doesn't like animals, so he obviously doesn't know how to act around animals. So you should sort of tell him how to act. I mean, to be fair, you sort of say that. Uh, mm, 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 mm. I think he's. Oh, I did inform him how cats function prior to moving in and what to expect. He listens but doesn't care. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. But at the same time, you probably shouldn't be labeling yourself as the aggressive one in the relationship. I don't know what that means, but in my head, whenever you say the aggressive one, I'm sort of my mind immediately goes to abusive. So you probably shouldn't say that. um, yeah, him calling himself the boss isn't great either. I would probably address that and sort of fix that. Actually, you know what? No, just fucking break up with the cunt. Because you know what? You were together 1.5 years. It's not that long. I would say that's pretty quick to be moving in with someone 1.5 years. Well, actually, I don't know. Don't listen to me. Well, yeah, it's reading this. It sort of just makes me feel like you aren't right for each other. But hey, I'm starting to get bored of this. So, well done. You made it to the end. Time for plugs. We're fucking documented bits on everything except for a new one, TikTok. I've been posting clips from podcast episodes on TikTok. I've currently got a few lined up for episode 11. I'm sort of going through all of them chronologically, picking out the best ones. Sometimes there's episodes where there aren't great clips that are a minute long. Episode 11 has 3, so I'm posting them pretty soon. If you want to see clips from old episodes, say you're just joining us here, documented bits. If you want to see clips from old episodes and see maybe which ones you would maybe like to go listen to, head over to my TikTok at Robert. That's Robert with the E and the R, switched around. Underscore the underscore plumber. Yeah, you can follow my TikTok and get fucking documented bits content on there. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All documented bits. Obviously, Tinder. Oh fuck. Twitter and Instagram are both at documented bits, and then Facebook is just documented bits. If you're listening to this and you want to watch it, see my beautiful face, my beautiful 3-point lighting system. We're documented bits on YouTube. And vice versa. If you're watching this and you don't want to see my ugly ass face or my shitty 3-point lighting system, you can listen on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcast, iTunes, because apparently they're 2 different things. Google Chrome apparently as well, Castbox, CF Network, all sorts. Yeah, my personal plugs. I'm at the Old Beardo on Instagram. It's at AULD underscore the underscore Beardo. That's beard with an O on the end. You can follow my film/photography page on Instagram, which is at Moon Productions, 2 zeros instead of the O's in Moon. And there's a wee underscore between Moon and Productions. And yeah, if you want to follow Josh on Instagram, he's at RealJoshyT. On Twitter, he's at that Josh Thomas. On TikTok, he is. I think he's at Fart in the Wind. Let me just double check. No sounds. No sounds. Oh, hey, we got another like on the TikTok. You know, I'll play you this wee 1-minute clip. This is from episode 7, Italian poo throwing.
And then they were talking about how they went to the beach. And he was like, oh, the beach, yeah. And he was like,
26
yeah,
likes.
the one just, he's like, which one? He was like, oh, the one just 5 minutes down the road. And he went, he was like, no, not that beach. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, no, that's dirty. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the thing said. And he's like, yeah, what was it though? He's like, that was poop. I was like, what? And he was like, poop. It was poop in the water today. They were saying poop was in the water. Oh, let's set the scene. Let's set the scene. Let's set the scene for Rico. I don't like this story anymore. Let's set the scene for Rico and the family who were watching these Irish people. These Irish people, they dirty, mama. They dirty. Shit, just throwing it at each other.
There we go. That was an example of TikTok. I remembered why I went on the TikTok now. To get fucking Josh. Yeah, Josh is Fart in the Wind on TikTok, all one word. Yeah, and all fucking lowercase letters. I think you can only do lowercase on TikTok. And as I said before, I'm Robert the at Robert the plumber. Actually, there's no at. It's just Robert the plumber. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Good night. See you later, you sexy fucks. Remember to wash your ass, 'cause it's Rona times.